What if I told you that one of the greatest footballers in history ended his entire career, not with a trophy, not with a celebration, but with a headbutt in a World Cup final? This is not just football history. This is the moment a legend lost control in front of the entire world. A man who spent 20 years building the most perfect career in football destroyed it in less than 3 seconds.
The moment came. As Italy thwart an attack and clear their lines, Zidane jogs past Materazzi. Words are exchanged, and then it happens.
July 9th, 2006, Berlin Olympic Stadium, France versus Italy, a World Cup final. But for France, it was something even bigger. It was the final match of a man who defined an era. Zinedine Zidane, World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or legend, football genius. Born in Marseille to Algerian immigrant parents, Zidane had risen from nothing to become the most elegant footballer on the planet. 3 Ballon d'Or awards, a World Cup in 1998, a Champions League with Real Madrid. He had already written his name in history. But tonight, he wanted one last chapter, because this was his retirement match, his farewell to football, his final dance on the biggest stage in the world.
Now Materazzi did what? This is kind of give us a bit more of a clue. He said something?
The pressure was unbearable, but Zidane looked calm, like a man who had nothing left to prove, but everything left to feel. Just 7 minutes into the final, France gets a penalty. 700 million people watching worldwide. One man, one ball, one moment. A Panenka. He chips the ball softly, right down the middle. The goalkeeper dives. The ball hits the crossbar, drops, and goes in. Zidane doesn't celebrate wildly. He just walks back, like greatness was his natural state. But football never stays peaceful for long. Italy, but of minds. As the game progresses, something shifts. Marco Materazzi becomes Zidane's shadow. Every corner, every duel, every touch, they are together. Too often, too close. Materazzi was known for using his mouth as a weapon just as much as his body. And on this night, he had chosen Zidane as his target. Extra time arrives. The body is exhausted. The legs are empty. The mind is running on pure adrenaline. But the tension between these two men is still building. Something is being said between them, words cameras cannot fully capture, but emotions visible for everyone to see. 110th minute. The ball has gone away from the action. Zidane is walking slowly up the pitch. Materazzi is right behind him. A small pull of the shirt, a few quiet words, deliberate, personal, aimed not at his football, but at something far deeper. The stadium has no idea what is about to happen. The commentators are talking tactics. Nobody is watching Zidane and Materazzi.
Zinedine Zidane's career ends with being sent off in the...
Zidane keeps walking. Then he stops. He turns around. And in that fraction of a second, football history changes forever. Zidane walks back toward Materazzi. One step, then another. His face completely blank. No rage visible. And then he explodes.
The pictures tell the story.
Zidane headbutts Materazzi directly in the chest. The force is shocking, like a bull charging. Materazzi falls instantly. Nobody saw it coming. The stadium freezes. Players stop. Commentators go silent. Reality itself seems to stop working. Then chaos. The referee sprints in. Players surround the scene. The fourth official signals from the touchline. A red card. Zidane removes his captain's armband. He begins the long, lonely walk toward the tunnel. As he passes the FIFA World Cup trophy, sitting on its table at the side of the pitch, he doesn't look at it. He walks past it in silence. Forever. For years. The world asked one question: what did Materazzi say? Reports and interviews later revealed that personal insults were exchanged, including deeply personal references to Zidane's family. Materazzi denied racial language, but confirmed that strong personal words were thrown. This was not random anger. This was 20 years of pride, suddenly coming face to face with words designed to destroy it. Pressure, humiliation, and emotion colliding at the worst possible moment. For 1 second, Zidane chose his dignity over his legacy. After Zidane disappears into the tunnel, France is broken, not just tactically, emotionally. Italy stays composed. The match goes to penalties. Trezeguet hits the crossbar. Italy converts their final kick. Italy wins the 2006 World Cup.
2006, the Olympic Stadium glowed under the night sky. It's 60.
But nobody is only talking about Italy's victory. Every front page, every television screen, every conversation is replaying one moment, 1 second, one headbutt. A trophy was lifted, but a legend had already fallen. The reaction was instant and overwhelming. How could Zidane do this? Was he provoked beyond what any human could tolerate? Was it justified? Football fans divided into two camps instantly: those who condemned the act, and those who understood it completely. Lip readers were brought onto television to analyze Materazzi's words. Psychologists explained what happens to a human mind under extreme provocation. The World Cup final had become secondary to 3 seconds of raw human emotion.
Match. This was the stage, the World Cup final, and standing at its center.
A single action had become global history, and it has never stopped being discussed. Microphone section 9. Zidane's own words. Zidane finally spoke in a televised interview watched by millions. He admitted, "I am not proud of what I did, but I am human, and there are things that cannot be accepted." He didn't hide. He didn't play victim. But he made one thing clear. Words were said on that pitch that no man should be expected to ignore.
It's going to interrupt an interview session that the club's manager, Zinedine Zidane, was having.
Materazzi also later confirmed the verbal confrontation in his own interviews.
Because we did a big job, good job, and the guys are...
But one truth remains. No explanation can change what happened in that second. Today, almost 2 decades later, this moment lives with a power that no goal ever could. It is studied in sports psychology, referenced in coaching programs around the world, painted on walls, recreated in statues, not as a mistake that erased a legacy, but as proof that even the greatest minds can break under the right pressure.
The world, it was a chance to witness the perfect end. Gave France their first World Cup with.
Zidane is still remembered as one of the greatest footballers who ever lived. But this moment, this one electric second in Berlin, is forever woven into his story. And perhaps that is what makes it so powerful, because it proved that even legends are human. 1 second is all it took to turn a World Cup final into one of the most shocking moments in sports history. Zinedine Zidane, the genius, the magician, the legend, ended his career not with champagne, not with the trophy he deserved, but in silence, walking alone through a tunnel with the whole world watching. And somehow, that silence said more about him than any trophy ever could. What do you think about this moment? Was Zidane justified? Or did he lose control at the worst possible time in football history? Do you think his legacy was damaged or made more human because of it? Let me know in the comments below.